Hello, we're here for the daily forex report for June 6th. We are looking at the US Japanese yen pair first. This pair moved lower on Friday, did close down, gapped up just by a little bit, but nothing too significant. This pair overall is moving sideways with a bias that is sideways. Look for it to potentially move as high as 93.38, possibly as low as 90.87. Look for some resistance around 92.34, and look for some support around 91.25. Now, looking at the Euro USD, this particular pair closed lower on Friday, broke through previous support, definitely moving to the downside, biased moving lower. Look for it to potentially go as high as 122.78, possibly as low as 118.62. Look for some resistance around 121.11, and look for some support around 119.00. Now, the pound US dollar pair, this particular pair closed lower, did gap pretty significantly at the open. Overall, this pair is moving sideways with a bias sideways. Look for it to potentially go as high as 147.54, possibly as low as 143.47. Look for some resistance around 145.50, and look for some support around 143.25. Now, the US Swiss, this particular pair closed up on Friday, had a pretty good range on it though. It did gap up at the open, currently down. Look for this pair to continue moving sideways with a bias sideways. Look for it to potentially go as high as 11700, possibly as low as 11376. Look for some resistance around 11675 and hit some support to the downside at 11495. Okay, no significant news is being released during tomorrow's session. I am looking, though, for the U.S. Canadian dollar to break to the upside. It has created a swing trade opportunity to the upside. Let me show you what that looks like. We have, if you take the trend line over the past 3 sessions, and we're getting close to that mark, I do believe we're going to break to the upside, basically moving about 50 pips once it is broken to the upside. About 50 to 57. Do realize, though, that we would be getting or breaking the 10700 mark. Anything with zeros like that behind it, or even 50s, are areas of support and resistance. In this case, it would be resistance. So definitely keep an eye on that as it moves to the upside if you take this trade. But that is what I'm looking for during this next session. Well, that about wraps us up for today. So until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.